All right. So right as Dala lifts up her weapon to attack, you guys basically hit him at the exact same time and just kind of crush him in between your two hammers. He goes, doesn't look too happy about that. Battle Fury, is that a bonus action to activate?
Yep. And it lasts for a minute long, so I have like 6 rounds with it.
10 rounds.
10, okay.
Yep. All right. So I assume you're probably going to stay there behind him.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get keep the flanking bonus going.
All right. Vidar yells out, "Oi! Do you want me to go up the stairs? Or you want me to stay down here with you?"
Up the bloody stairs.
Aye. And you just hear him go ka-chink, 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 ka-chink as he starts.
That's the last time that we ever see him. So.
Vidar starts charging up the spiral staircase. All right, so that will be his turn. He'll use his action to dash, and you hear the steps get more and more distant, and that's his turn. Haley, you're up. Dala is on deck.
All right, I have a question. I don't know if this applies in the Lord of the Rings setting or not, but if I was to hide behind something, would I have it like a boost to my range attacks, like if I used like partial cover, like I was to hide behind someone?
No, so it's the reverse is true. If you have partial cover, it's harder to hit you. It's not easier to hit someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not.
If you were more of a roguish character, cover might give you like a sneak attack of some kind. But if anything, hiding behind someone would just increase your AC if he decides to hit you.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure because hobbits can hide behind people, so I just won't bother with that. I'll just do the arrow again, poison arrow.
Do it.
That's much better.
There you go.
21.
Yeah.
21 hits. All right.
Wow. All right, so that's 1 plus 4, and then so 4 piercing, plus 2 poison.
Good job.
All right. Okay. So you this time you take a moment, you fire your arrow and right through the air, slams into his chest. It actually pierces right through his armor, and there's just this moment where, as it pulses this poison into his veins, he takes just kind of like a half step back as he staggers against it before righting himself and just snarling once more. Is that your turn? Are you bonus action anything? Okay. Dala is up.
Okay. Dala is going to hit the legs of the Uruk-hai with her warhammer.
I would say that's a called shot, but since she is only at leg height, that's fine. So go ahead and make your attack.
Does she get bonus for flanking? Advantage?
Yes, she does. Advantage.
Oh, cool. I'm going to need that. Oh, natural 20.
Yay!
Okay, all right. So double the dice and then add the modifier.
Double the dice and add the modifier.
Turning this thing around, boys and girls.
Right? You know there are numbers other than 1s and 20s that you can roll, though.
We go for extremes, John. We just go for the extremes.
Right?
Either you're first or you're last.
Doesn't matter if it's an inch or a mile.
So it's when they aim, and you said, what is it? Take the dice and multiply it by 2?
Yeah, double the dice and then add your modifier after.
Double the dice. I also have +2 to damage rolls. So
that'll be a modifier. That will not get doubled. You only double the number you roll.
Okay. 26.
You did 26 damage?
What?
Yeah, I mean, it says here that she has a 1d8 and also a plus 1d10, or maybe it's the 1d10.
No. It's not plus 1d10.
It's either or. It's 1d8 if she's doing it one-handed. It's 1d10 if she's doing it two-handed. And
All
she's
right, so
doing
just
it
the 1d8?
one-handed because she has her shield out. Yeah.
Cool. So it's
So
16.
just 16?
16. Yeah.
Okay.
My bad. Sorry.
I was going to be like,
Pretty good.
holy crap.
I'd be like, Dala?
Sorry, I'm figuring it out. So
Mods or something?
Okay. So she.
16 total and 18 with the plus 2 damage roll.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't with the plus 2? Okay, so 18
Plus
total.
2, 18 total.
Good job.
That was good. As he kind of takes this step back as Haley's arrow pierces into his chest, he goes to step forward, and as he's kind of off balance, Dala actually does like a 1-2 punch. She hits the side of his left knee with her shield, and he kind of grimaces and then immediately follows it up with a heavy swing from the hammer on the right side. You hear this sickening crack as it slams into the side of his knee, and he kind of yelps in pain almost. And you can see that he's getting a little more angry as time goes on. And it is his turn.
He doesn't fall or anything? Like,
He does not fall. Well,
man.
no, he does not fall. I made a strength save just for you. But he rolled really high. Okay, so on his turn, he is now furious.
Oh, same. Talk about my best friend.
Okay, so he is going to make his 2 attacks against Dala.
Okay, 2 things happen. My attack
Yes.
goes off. So
He did not seem to be too intimidated by your well thought out attempted intimidation, though.
that's fine. I'm okay with that. 23. He
Is this the
intimidated by
gemstone
that
sword?
if he wants. What's up?
This is the gemstone sword, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what'd you roll to hit?
23.
All right, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, you put a ruby in there earlier, right?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
As he draws his sword and intimidating him, you see this red glow. What'd you roll on damage?
I got an 8.
An 8. All right, go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
Okay. 8.
As Cyrell readies himself behind the Uruk, you see him make an aggressive action towards Dala, at which point he unleashes his held action. And as he goes to swing as the slightly glowing with sort of a reddish hue sword, as it goes through the air, right before it slams into the flesh of the Uruk, you see a spark near the handguard, and suddenly, as flames erupt, covering the blade, it deals your normal damage plus 8 fire damage.
Whoa.
As it cuts into the back of the Uruk for a total of 16 damage. That was pretty great. It sears into the flesh of the Uruk, and he goes, "Ah!" Very angry.
Yes, thanks.
Same.
Good.
If he's about to attack Dala, I have protection, so that would be a disadvantage. So I try to block for her with my shield.
Okay, he actually can you use that on yourself?
I can't. No. So
Okay,
he can attack me.
Because once that happened, he's actually going to spin around and attack you instead.
Okay.
Seeing you as a more immediate threat. Okay, so he is furious, so he gets a couple of reckless attacks here. So he has advantage on these, but that also means that Cyrell, the next time you attack him, you already have advantage, but in case you're no longer flanking, you'll still have advantage.
Eldar just stealthed out of the call.
Eldar, come back.
Okay, so that is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, and the second one, natural 20.
That will also hit.
Aw. Okay. All right, so the first one, which was not a crit, is, let's see, that's just a +3. So that's 7 points of damage on the first one, as his offhand just slices his scimitar down towards you. You're able to bring your sword up a bit, and your blades kind of scrape together. And as they do, you manage to hold back some of the force of the scimitar. But he brings, while he's got your sword locked in that hand, he brings his other sword up and cuts into your hip. This will be the crit. I rolled a 1 on the damage die. So that does less damage. It only does 5 points of damage, 2 plus 3. As he slides the scimitar against you, as soon as you feel the burning of the scimitar into your flesh, as it starts to you feel like the burning of the cut form, you instinctively jump back, and you're able to stop a lot of the depth of the cut from really landing against you. And he growls into your face, and that is his turn. Yeah. Edgerhel, you're up. Eldikar, you're on deck.
That was pretty good. I like that. All right. Around me, do I have a place where I can hide behind?
Yeah, you're still... Where are you trying to hide? Like from the archers or from the Uruk?
From the archers.
From the archers? Make a perception check.
He's on the roof.
No, I'm not on the roof. They're on the roof.
Oh.
He's on the floor. He's on the stone steps with you, where you were earlier, because he fell as well.
Boy, do I have advantage in that?
No.
All right, natural 1.
You take a moment to look around. The courtyard, as was discussed earlier, is pretty barren. The best cover would really be pretty far away. There's that wagon that's succumbing to a lot of rot. It's been there forever, and the forest has overgrown it. But in the moment, you can't spot anything that will give you immediate cover against the archers.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Just a mechanical reminder for you guys who are outside. If you wanted to try, you can always hold your action until the archers come back over the edge, and you could like the trigger would be if you see the archer, you fire your bow at them.
Okay. Like
so you can do that if you want. It's like what Cyrell did, where he held his action until the Uruk was aggressive. You could hold your attack until you see a goblin archer. So don't feel like you have to do something and then there's no way to fight them. So that's just, if you want to do that, that is something you can do.
Could I do that right now?
Of course.
All right. So I want to move a little bit away so that I'm away from the side of the Uruk-hai, and I'm not in the same place that the goblin saw me before. So I move like maybe 10 feet to the left, and then I prepare a shot, just like tense my bow and my arrow, just looking up. It's going to be one of the barbed arrows.
Okay, so you have a barbed arrow, and you are, those are the non-elvish arrows, right?
Those are the non-elvish arrows, yeah.
All right.
These are iron barbed arrows that
all right.
that deal extra damage whenever anyone tries to take them off.
Awesome. All right, so you've got that ready in case you see a goblin. Has anyone heard from Brian?
I tried to. I have not yet. Hold on.
Okay.
He's working on it.
Okay. We'll assume that he's going to do the same thing unless he comes back before his next turn. And we'll just move on for now. So Cyrell, you're up.
Okay. So I take the damage, like, get back up, and I look at the sword, kind of impressed. And I'm going to try it again with flanking. So I'm going to try attacking with the sword.
Do it.
This one probably won't hit. 12, but I'm going to use a DM inspiration. 18.
18. The Uruk, as you go to swing, you're about to miss until you kind of like sidestep and get a better angle, and you go for a jab, and the 18 would hit, but the Uruk is going to use his reaction to parry and increase his AC by 3, which will raise his AC to 19. And as you drive your sword towards him, he parries it off with a scimitar, and that blow does not land.
Mechanically, and does my character know this, does that parry last for like the whole round or just for that one
It
attack?
is for one attack, one melee attack.
Okay.
So and that's his only reaction, so he can't do it again.
Okay, I'm going to action surge and try to hit him again.
Okay.
23.
That hits. Yeah. Nice.
Um,
I love action surge. It gets super broken the higher level you get to when you have like several attacks and you attack like 8 times or something. It's just crazy. A hasted fighter with action surge. That would be amazing.
Do I get a D10 again for the fire?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens when you use the other gems.
Okay,
Wink, wink.
so that's unfortunate. Okay, so I got 7 regular damage and just 1 fire damage.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna bonus action and pick up or use the extra ability I learned from the dwarfs to shield bash him in the face.
Do it.
My gosh.
Boom.
That may not hit. That's a 13.
Yeah, 13 misses.
Okay.
So as he parries, you use that moment in his defense to give him a bit of a jab, and you go back to shield bash him. He brings both of his swords up, and you kind of bash into his forearms, and he just meets you there with his own strength. And the bash doesn't really do much. Are you staying where you are?
Yeah, and I just call out, guys, I don't know if I can hold him back for much longer.
All right. Top of the round, the goblin archers both peer back over with their crossbows readied, at which point immediately Edrahel and Eldikar, you both get attacks of opportunity. I will roll for Eldikar. Well, not attacks of opportunity. You get your triggered attack. Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
14.
14 just hits, yeah.
Whew. That is good.
That's good.
And let me choose this. Oh, it's in this one. Not bad.
Which goblin on the left or the right did you attack?
Left.
All right, you actually hit the same one Eldikar did.
Oh, cool. So I get 13, 15 damage.
Nice, good job.
Okay. So Eldikar did 7. Between the two of you, as your arrows slam into the first goblin on the left as they both aim over with their crossbow, it's shink shink as it falls forward, then tumbling over the top of the keep, and as it slams into the ground in front of you, dead. The other goblin, however, is going to go and then fire you. Let's see.
You're fired.
You're fired.
16 to hit, Edrahel.
All right, that actually hits.
Hey. All right. Don't roll a 1 on damage, John. That was really loud, sorry. 5 points of damage, Edrahel.
Right.
As the bolt and then slams into your shoulder, and it's actually kind of stuck in your shoulder right now. Pretty painful. Then he's going to duck back behind cover. Nebuchadnezzar, you are up.
Just gonna give the guy another smacking reel back there.
Nice. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
With advantage.
Yep. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. So that would be. Unfortunately, I think it's like a 12. So nah, dude.
Oh, bud. Yeah, so that doesn't hit. As Cyrell goes up to shield bash, he brings his arms up and kind of just takes it. You rear back and you go for a swing with your hammer, at which point he manages to just kind of block that out of the way. Your hammer swings wide. And low, sweet chariot, as it just goes off to the side. Anything else you're going to do?
Nope. I'm just gonna stay there so I continue to get the flanking bonus. So
Okay. It's now Vidar's turn. He's going to make a stealth check. Okay. About 2 or 3 seconds go by until Edrahel, you hear as Vidar manages to, the last round he dashed and got all the way up to the trapdoor at the top of the keep, 60 feet movement, and succeeded in grabbing this goblin orcish creature. It's hard to see at night, and thrusts him over the edge of the keep and goes falling. He's going to take 5d6 damage. We'll see if it kills him. 2, 7, 11, 14.
Come on, a 6.
15, and 15 is how much health they have anyway. So
Hey.
the second goblin, immediate silence as you see just a puddle of black blood begin to pool out around the goblin archer. The Uruk looks over, seeing the two die, and he is actually going to make a reaction outside of his turn to attack Cyrell again. Seeing one of his compatriots fall. That is a natural 19 to hit, so I'm going to say that probably hits with his plus 5 with a 24. All right. Let's see. It's a D8 plus 3. 8 points of slashing damage as he brings his scimitar down onto you.
Yep, that's just enough to drop me.
All right, Cyrell, you all see as the Uruk slashes his scimitar into the chest of Cyrell, who kind of staggers back a little bit, clutching at his chest, falls down to his knees. His eyes kind of roll back into his head as he slumps back onto the ground, unconscious. All right, so let's see. That was Nebuchadnezzar, Vidar. Haley, it is your turn.
All right, time for a distraction. So he's standing on the stairs, right?
Who?
The Uruk?
No, he stepped into the middle of the room.
Oh, okay, but the stairs are behind him?
Yes.
So he's standing at the bottom of the stairs.
I mean, he's like 10 feet away from the stairs.
Okay.
Currently, Nebuchadnezzar is standing behind him. Cyrell is on the ground behind him, and about 5 feet behind Cyrell are the stairs.
Okay, that ruins what I was going to do. All right, so I'm going to... run up and... I'm going to put my short bow away. I'm going to pull out my short sword. I'm going to run up and... well, before I take out my short sword, I'm going to attempt to climb him. And get to on his shoulders.
Okay. Give me either an acrobatics or an athletics check. Your choice.
That is an unnatural 20. All right, and then...
You scamper up. You actually kind of like spiral around him. You jump onto his back legs like, as you crawl up, because you're so small comparatively, you crawl up across his belly before coming around to his back and getting up onto his shoulders. What do you do?
Nice.
All right, with one arm, I'm going to wrap around his eyes. So let's attempt to like blind him with my tiny arm. And then with the other arm, so this arm is also like holding me onto him.
Okay.
And my legs are
All right.
wrapped around him too. And with my other arm, I'm going to just like stab him with my short sword.
All right, make an attack. We're going to call this with advantage. Yeah.
All right. And I haven't used the short sword, so do I use strength?
Short sword's going to be finesse, strength, or dexterity.
Oh,
Are you
awesome.
proficient with it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So dexterity plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. That's a 21.
That hits. Roll damage.
So 5.
All right. 5 points of damage. You, so you kind of jump onto his legs. You crawl around his body before getting up onto his shoulders, wrapping your left arm around his eyes and kind of pulling onto him and holding on like a raging bull at this point as he starts kind of turning side to side as you cover his eyes. You bring your short sword down and stab into his chest, and he lets out a bit of a yell. He's going to use a reaction because he's furious, so he gets those occasionally, to make a bite attack against your arm. Ooh. 15 to hit.
Miss.
All right. He goes to bite onto you, but you're a little too nimble, and you pull your arm out of the way and then latch back on. That your turn?
Yeah.
All right. It is Dala's turn.
Oh boy. Okay.
For all the people just listening, every time it's Dala's turn, Gabe puts a blanket on his head as if it were long locks of hair.
Luscious hair. He forgot. Long locks.
That's true.
Long locks of luscious hair.
Yep.
All right. What's Dala doing?
How far is the Uruk-hai from me now?
From Dala? You guys are face to face.
Oh, I thought it was moving because of all the. No.
No, it's
All right.
kind of spinning side to side with Haley, but
Side.
hasn't moved away from you guys.
All right, I'm gonna hit it with my warhammer.
All right.
Okay. Let me see. All right, here we go. That would be an 8. Does it hit?
8 does not hit. I was waiting for a teen to come after the 8. No.
Since his eyes are being covered, do I have advantage in it?
He's not technically blinded, so no. I mean, you have advantage because you're flanking, so you have advantage either way, but not because of
Oh,
the eyes.
cool. All right, then.
Basically, everyone in melee has advantage right now.
That's good. 12. No, it doesn't hit. Does it?
12 doesn't hit either, no. As you bring your hammer up, not even actually trying to dodge the hammer swing, he's just trying to throw Haley off and just manages to twist out of the way of your hammer as you go to swing at him.
As long as he's not hitting Cyril.
It is now his turn, and he is going to attempt to pull you off and throw you onto the ground. Which, if he succeeds, he will be throwing you on top of Cyril. I just rolled a d12 for some reason. Make an athletics check for me, Haley.
Athletics.
Yep.
13.
18. Yeah, 12. He's a strong boy. Plus 6.
Can I cut him on the way down?
We'll say, since you've also been holding on with your sword, that as he throws you, he's going to take a point of damage as it rips the sword out of his chest. All right. He throws you down onto Cyril. I don't know why I rolled damage for Cyril. Cyril, you automatically fail a death save as Haley crushes down on top of you.
That's the opposite of what I wanted to do.
It was cool. So, I mean, that was great. That was his action. For a bonus action, he's going to drop a scimitar on the ground, grab at an ivory horn that he has on his waistband, and give it a kind of a blow. That is his turn. Edrahel, you're up. Eldakar is on deck.
Oh boy.
Israel, win the game for us.
I'm surely hoping. I'm going to go in the room and I'm going to just shoot an arrow straight at him.
All right. So you charge into the room and roll damage. Or roll a hit. Don't just roll damage. Sorry. Roll the hit.
I hope to roll a hit.
And you do not have advantage because flanking doesn't count for ranged attacks.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. 24! I finally hit it.
24. Yeah, you hit. Nice. Roll damage.
All right. That 12.
Okay.
Wait.
Was this a barbed arrow or a normal arrow?
No, 15. Barbed arrow.
Okay.
15.
Okay. All right. So that hits. He takes 15 points of damage. As a reaction, because he just had his turn, so he gets his reaction back. What's he going to do? Dala's in front of him. He just blew the horn.
He's not going to do anything. He's just going to stay there and die. Okay.
The arrow sink, and sinks into his chest a little bit, and he winces, and he looks at you, and he says something in the dark speech of Mordor that you don't understand. So he takes his scimitar, stabs it down into Cyrell's body. Cyrell, you fail another death save.